My name is Raechel. I'm 29 years old. I started drinking just like any typical 21-year-old, just socially out with friends. Found the love of my life, got married, had some ups and downs, as married couples do. We kind of got along a little bit better with the alcohol, a lot more fun. It became more of a habit than it was fun at that point. And I believe that was probably about 2009 when I started drinking heavily. 2011, I was admitted to the ICU. Had a 9-day stay there. Complete liver failure. I only had about 4% of my liver working at that time. On multiple medications. Like I said, 9 days in the ICU. It was all kind of a blur. Obviously, being on so many medications while you're in the ICU, you don't really recognize anything that's going on. Coming out, I went and stayed with my mother. She tried to get me into a facility that wouldn't accept me. I was able to detox and rehab, and I stayed clean for about 6 months. And then slowly and progressively returned to alcoholism off and on for the remainder of the 4 years. This final stint happened October 5th of 2015. I had been in and out of rehabs and outpatient facilities trying to detox and get better, and then I'd go back to drinking again. And come October 5th, it was time for me to be done. I went to the hospital and they had said that there was nothing more that they could do for me, that I just needed to go on hospice and basically wait to die. At my lowest point of drinking, I would, what we call, have an eye-opener. That's the alcoholic language for I have to have a drink in order to get my day started. A drink turned into 3 or 4 drinks before work. Highly frowned upon. I would typically make it through the day, a 12-hour shift, with no problems. As soon as I hit the doors, I was drinking again. Heavy, and I'm not talking beer, I'm talking whiskey or vodka on the way home. Would drink throughout the evening, enough to make me pass out, and get up and do it all over again the next day. On October 5th, I went into the hospital. They had said there was nothing they could do for me. I was sent home with some medication that would keep me from having seizures. I was miserable. I was hallucinating. I was hot and cold chills, complete full-on detox. My mom wanted to know if there was anything, since I was a medical professional, anything that I could do or that could be done for me in regards to helping me through it. And I didn't know of anything. All my resources had been expended at that point. That's when she made the call to Dr. Warren. As an RN, I knew that my body was done and that there was nothing else that anybody could do for me, medical-wise. I understood the consequences of my actions, and at that point I was really ready just to pay the ultimate price and be done. From what I recall, Dr. Warren came to my mother's house that evening and began treatment. Did a consult and began treatment on me that evening. I don't recall much the first 3 weeks because my body was still so sick. I'm not really 100% sure how many times he made a house calls, but I know that he was there often. Dr. Warren came to my mother's house every day for about 2.5 weeks, I believe, until I was strong enough to be able to do office visits. He and Laura were very informative about the treatment plan and nutritionally how I needed to change. spiritually, how I needed to open up, and emotionally, how I needed to open up, and that everything needed to come together in order for me to get better as a whole. As the time that he was coming to my mother's house, I continued to have hallucinations, and that pretty well falls hand in hand with the detox. You see things, you hear things, you're jumpy, you're paranoid. There's a lot of different things that go on. I was given a few books to read about the liver regeneration process through the alpha-lipoic acid, and it seemed, from what I could recall of it all at that point, it seemed like a very good option for me, since modern medicine was no longer going to be an option aside from a full-on liver transplant. And I'm 29 years old. I wasn't ready for that kind of sentence. It was about 2 weeks after the beginning of my treatment that I was able to basically, start to take care of myself again. Just generally walking was difficult. Getting up to go to the bathroom was difficult prior to that moment. And just progressively throughout the treatments, I was able to get stronger and more capable of doing things on my own, becoming more independent. I was able to go back home. I began treatments at his office daily, and ups and downs, definitely, emotionally, physically. It hit during the holidays, which is horrible for everybody. And so, like I said, ups and downs, but it's been a journey of finding out who I am, and finding out that there are people out there who want to make your life better and want to help you, even at the expense of their own time and energy. And the Warrens are amazing people for that. I had fallen out of good standing with the nursing board, and I am currently under the peer assistance program. I work a little bit here and there. I'm allowed to drive again. I am able to meet up with my friends and have lunch. I have a great support system there. I have a great support system at home. I attend AA meetings, NA meetings, Celebrate Recovery. I see a life coach. I see a counselor, a drug and alcohol counselor. Every day is a little bit better than the last, but just like everybody, we all have bad days. Some days are harder than others. Stress of life gets to you. Handling it sober is much easier than handling it drunk. My suggestion to anybody who has an addiction problem, be it opiates, be it alcohol, any kind of addiction really, Facebook is an addiction. Give your mind and body a chance to break, and give this program a call. Give Dr. Warren and Laura the chance to talk to you. And they've given me a lot of hope, and they've changed my world. And if you don't want to talk to them right away, feel free to call me. I'll be happy to speak with you.